Tell her to support the bipartisan bill and lower drug prices now. It's time to put America's patients first. That's fightpharma.org/Senate. Paid for by Patients for Affordable Drugs Now.
Tune in for Weekend Talk That Matters, only on KFNX.
And now, live from the KFNX studios in beautiful downtown Phoenix, it's Pain Management Arizona with Bob Miller.
Good morning, and welcome to Pain Management Arizona. I'm here with you live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. I am Bob Miller. I'm a licensed massage therapist, neuromuscular trigger point specialist, and pain management specialist, and owner of New Serenity Massage Pain Management Arizona in Peoria and Phoenix, 2 locations here in the Valley. I'm here with you to talk about pain relief, how to get rid of pain, how to avoid getting the pains without the use of medications and physical therapy and surgeries and a lot of things that are not giving a lot of people a lot of help. In my years of practice, I have figured out that most pain that people get, such as headaches, migraines, back pain, shoulder pain, hip pain, the sciatic type pain, numbness in the hands or feet and limbs, most of these issues are caused by knots in the muscle. A knot in the muscle are the fibers of the muscle get stuck. When fibers in the muscle get stuck, it stops blood flow because blood can't flow through a tight muscle. Muscle has to relax to get the new blood to flow through, wash the old blood out. So when you get these fibers getting stuck, you got little tiny pockets of blood. I mean, smaller than the head of a pin, but it's trapped in there, and that blood has no more oxygen, no more nutrients, and becomes an irritation. And when you get a cluster of these little knots, that irritation, that little cluster of knots is pressed up against a nerve or wrapped around a nerve, which is interrupting the signal from a part of your body that's coming back to your brain. And your brain doesn't understand the signal, and it's going to call it pain, burning, itching, tingling, or numbness. Because your brain's expecting to get a signal that's something it understands, like hot, cold, hard, soft. So it's kind of like I'd say it's like kind of like when you plug a speaker wire into something and it's not quite plugged in all the way and you get a buzz or a hum over the speaker. That's what's happening with your nervous system. Your nervous system is the electrical communication system of your body. It tells the body what to do, and it tells the brain what is happening with the body. So if you have a knot in the side of your neck, that's going to be on the nerves that goes all the way to your fingertips. So you may get numbness in your fingers or pain in your wrist, which is often misdiagnosed as carpal tunnel syndrome, and people get sent in for surgery. And now they got a whole new set of problems because they still got the knots in their neck that is causing the problem, and now they have to heal up from a surgery they didn't need. I have had numerous people that were either diagnosed or even scheduled for carpal tunnel surgery that came to see me, and I found the knots in their neck, gently released all the knots, and guess what? No more tingling in the fingers, no more pain. Everything went right back to the way it's supposed to be. And as I said, I have 2 locations. There is a Peoria location at Sonoran Life Solutions Counseling Offices. A beautiful office. They also offer individual, group, and family counseling services. They have self-pay as well as take most insurances. But I have an office in their building. They're at about 94th Drive and Thunderbird out in the avenues in Peoria, just off the 101 freeway. And then at Urban Wellness in Phoenix on 7th Street between Thomas and McDowell. You can go to my website at painmanagementarizona.com to get all the information. Or you can call me directly if you have questions or want to book an appointment at 541-END-PAIN. 541-END-PAIN. Easy way to get a hold of you. Talk to me personally, tell me what's going on with you, and we can get you booked to come in. I also want to give some special recognition to Luis Gonzalez. If you're selling your home in 2019, looking for the highest sale price and fast, efficient service, contact Luis Gonzalez at the agency at 602-931-7049. That's Luis Gonzalez, 602-931-7049. He was recently featured in South Scottsdale Magazine's business class issue. Sell your home with Luis Gonzalez, 602-931-7049. And his information, as most any of my sponsors and trusted businesses, are on that painmanagementarizona.com website. Just go to the website, click on the sponsors page, and you'll find all my sponsors and trusted businesses. These are all people that I've either had on the shows, had advertisements on the show, or know personally. And pretty much every one of them, I've looked them right in the eye. I don't have people that just call me on the phone and say, "Oh, I want you to run ads for my business." No, I like to meet people. I like to talk to people. And there's also the Country Doctor. She's on my show. She hadn't been on my show yet. I'm going to get her on as a guest pretty soon. She actually does house calls. It's the Country Doctor. It's out in Peoria. And you can find all her contact information on my website as well. It actually does house calls, can come out to your home for wellness checks or whatever you need at no charge, I believe, within 20 miles. So check out the website, find out how to contact me. That's painmanagementarizona.com, or call me directly at 541-END-PAIN. One of the things I always talk about is, the pharmaceutical opioid crisis that we keep hearing about. Pharmaceuticals in this country, or people are being charged double what they're being charged in other countries, and most of the opioid prescriptions that are written are not helping the issue at all. They're not. I mean, none of them are. All they're doing is masking the pain symptoms, and then when you can't feel the pain, you don't know that you're injuring yourself worse. So you have a condition, you go to the doctor, you get pain pills. If you're just taking pain pills and not getting the cause of the problem taken care of, you're not feeling the pain that's telling you to stop. You're injuring yourself even worse, and then you end up with a much worse problem. What I do is neuromuscular trigger point therapy, or just trigger point therapy. I find the knots in the muscles, and I have a very gentle, very passive way I can get those knots to release, get the pressure off the nerve, and the pain goes away. Like I mentioned, with the knots in the neck affecting the hands, knots in your hip can affect your lower back or your leg. Knots in your chest can actually give you upper back pain, because there's so many things that are interconnected that don't even seem related, but they really are. And I only charge $60 an hour. Most of the big massage chains, they charge upwards of $100 an hour for a 60-minute Swedish massage, which is basically the basic massage, a relaxation massage. If you tell them you have pain or they find knots, they normally just jam an elbow into you really hard and you end up being sore for a week. What I do is very gentle. You don't end up sore for a long period of time afterwards, and it's very effective because I'm very precise in what I do. I don't just jam elbows into anybody. I don't jam elbows into anybody at all. I use my fingertips and I find the knot and I release the knot. And I've had basically I'm running about a 98% success rate, completely eliminating or relieving pain issues, including headaches and migraines. Those are a couple of the big ones. People that get headaches very frequently, or people that even get migraines. And I have had people that have suffered with migraines for many, many years come to me, and a 1-hour session is normally all it takes, and they just don't get migraines anymore. I did have one lady that tracked me down after about 9 months after seeing me, because she had been getting migraines for about 7 years, and she still had my card. And 9 months later, she tracked me down and said, "Oh, I got a headache again." But for the 9 months after she saw me, she went from 7 months of 2 or 3 migraines a week to getting no migraines, no headaches for 9 months. And then she came back and said she wanted to kind of cut it off before it got worse, and she came in and got worked on. I do recommend to a lot of people, it's good to get regular maintenance. Come in maybe once a month, to keep things limbered up so they don't become a problem. And I had another young lady with the migraines. She was in her late 20s. She had migraines 3 or 4 times a week. She came in the office. She could not even open her left eye. Her migraine was so bad when she walked in. And she left the office smiling. Her migraine was gone. She felt great. I treated her that one time, and she hasn't had any migraines return. I've had the same issues with people with back pain or shoulder pain that they've had for decades. They could identify when they did it. And, in all the course of all these, you know, ye months, years, decades of time that they've been suffering with this thing, they've tried every kind of conventional medical, uh, avenue. They, had MRIs and X-rays, but the knots in the muscle that are bothering the nerve don't show up on MRIs or X-rays. It's just muscle tissue. Unless you're physically feeling it, you're not going to know it's there. And what I do is you tell me what issues you're having, and I get pictures in my head of anatomy flashing through my head of where the nerves are, where the muscles are going, and what nerves could be being pinched in a knot in a muscle that would be causing you to have that. And then we do somewhat regular massage just to get you warmed up. And then I feel around in those areas that I think might be the cause of your problem, and I will be able to feel the knots. I have a very heightened sense of touch in my fingers these days because I've been doing this for so long. And I can feel some of the tiniest little knots that you wouldn't think a person could find. And then I'll find the ones that are a size of a grape. You got this giant knot that's just this big cluster of hundreds of knots in a group that's causing your pain. And I gently apply pressure, get it to release. I'm not trying to squeeze that old blood that's trapped in there out. I'm just putting enough pressure on it to convince it to release naturally. That's why you don't end up sore for days afterwards. And once that pressure's off the nerve, the pain goes away and stays away. Because what I'm doing is a permanent fix. Granted, yes, if you do the same type of behaviors that caused you to get the knotted up muscles in the first place, you can get new knots in the same areas and get the same problems starting up again. But most of the problems are from, a lifetime or years of the same, I call it bad behavior. It's bad posture, bad, using cell phones. Cell phones are going to keep me in business the rest of my life because people look down at their phone. They got their head in the downward position, staring at their phone for long periods of time. I don't tell people not to use their phone. I just tell them, hey, hold it around shoulder level. And then you're not going to be straining on all those muscles around your neck and shoulder so badly. Because a knot forms when a muscle is held tight long periods of time, tightened suddenly, over tightened or impacted. And when you're bending your head downward, gravity's grabbing onto your face and trying to pull your head down. So all the muscles around your neck and the back of your neck have to fight gravity, and they have to tighten to hold your head so it doesn't just flop forward on you. So you're holding those muscles flexed in a pretty good, pretty tight for a long period of time. And you can lean with your head on your hand to support it some. That might help. But I'm looking at somebody through the window here that's doing that. It's just little things we do. The way you use your computer, make sure your computer screen's not off to one side. Or if you have two screens, don't sit between the two, because you're always going to use one screen most of the time. Then you're sitting with your head a little bit of an angle. When you watch TV at home, sit in your favorite chair and sit up and have your feet on the floor flat. Are your knees pointed at the TV, or is the TV a little bit off to one side or the other? If it is, that means when you're leaning back in your chair, you're sitting with your head turned. You watch a couple movies, then the news, you just spent several hours with your head flexed, turning a little bit, and you're going to get knots on the opposite side of the neck from the direction you're turning. That can cause headaches or shoulder pain. And again, like I said, what I do is very gentle, very passive, and very affordable. I don't have the big overhead. I've got the two different offices that I use. You can see me at Phoenix or Peoria. I only charge $60 an hour. Right now, I do have a coupon on my website. If you go check that out, it's $10 off your first visit. So it's only $50 for the first visit. And you will be amazed. People are amazed. I'm booking up a lot more often now because a lot more people are finding out what I can do, and they tell their friends, their family, their coworkers. And again, you can go to the website, Pain Management Arizona. Arizona is spelled all the way out, painmanagementarizona.com. Gets you to my website. You can book directly on the website. You can even buy gift cards on the website and send them to somebody's email that you care about, somebody that you know has had, headaches, back pain, migraines, anything. Say, hey, check this guy out. It was kind of funny. One gentleman came in with really severe back pain, and he said he was at the bank in the parking lot struggling to get up out of his car. His back hurt so bad, and some lady walked across the parking lot up to him and handed him my card, and so it said, "Go see Bob, he'll fix you." Because a lot of my clients, they take a handful of my cards when they walk out because they want to help all their friends and family out. And I do have one gentleman that owns a construction company who was like the third person from the same family to come to me. And he's actually going to put his credit card on my booking website, his company credit card, and start sending his employees to me to get them loosened up and get their pain fixed up. And he's going to pay for it. What a great boss that is, paying for massages for his employees. But again, I am very affordable. I don't charge, I'm about half the price of those. I call them the fast food chain of Massage Envy, Elements, Hand and Stone, those places. I worked in all those places. When I first started out in the business, I did the rounds of those places. And all the people I worked with, the people I met, they, all had a lot more experience than I did in the massage industry, 10, 20 years longer than I had. And they were coming to me for advice. Those people, at the time when I was working at Elements Massage, I was 1 year out of school, and I had people with 10 and 20 years more experience than me coming to me and saying, "Hey, this lady, I can't get rid of her headaches. Can I have her book an appointment with you? Hey, I can't get rid of this guy's back pain. Can I have him book an appointment with you?" And of course, I said, "Yeah, definitely, I can do that." And in the break room, they'd come up to me and say, "Oh, what should I do for this?" And I'm scratching my head thinking, "What have you been doing the last 10 or 20 years? You just do Swedish massage. You don't study. You don't continue to study the anatomy of the body." I mean, matter of fact, I probably have more books on human anatomy in my car in the parking lot right now than most therapists I know even own. I've got a couple different bags, because I want to have them around. If I'm ever sitting around bored, I grab one of my anatomy books and start studying other parts of the body and other nerve muscle relations, because I enjoy helping people. It's really a good feeling to me when somebody comes in, like the lady that couldn't open her eye because her migraine was so bad, to have her come in that much pain and then leave smiling and not have to come back because her problem's taken care of. And again, the website, painmanagementarizona.com. I'm also streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. And the YouTube channel and the Facebook page are also called Pain Management Arizona. So if you want to tell a friend, take a listen to my show, they can go on there because I save all the shows, and you can review those or have your friends listen to them. And again, I do want to mention, if you are selling your home in 2019 and looking for the highest sales price and fast, efficient service, contact Luis Gonzalez with the agency at 602-931-7049. That's Luis Gonzalez at 602-931-7049. And as I mentioned, he was recently featured in South Scottsdale Magazine's business class issue. Sell your home with Luis Gonzalez at 602-931-7049. And I also like to give out just a personal shout out to Joe's Auto. They do not pay me for advertising. I just really think they're great guys there. They got my vehicle fixed up pretty good when I was stranded a couple times in the last couple months. I got an almost 20-year-old car, and now it runs like brand new. And it's Joe's Auto, and you can find their information on my website too, on painmanagementarizona.com, on the sponsors page, as well as Luis Gonzalez and the Country Doctor. And another one of my favorite sponsors is the West Valley Center for Spiritual Living. Great place there. They actually have a service starting in about a half an hour. It's a multi-denominational place of worship where everyone's welcome. So if you want to check them out, they're a great place too. All that information is on my website, as well as information on how to book. And there's also a link on that website that takes you to the main website, which that has some really great explanation and a video talking about how trigger point therapy can benefit you and how it can relieve your pain. Another great way to help, keep your muscles from knotting up is drink plenty of water. Forget that old thing we've been hearing, oh, drink 8 glasses of water a day. It's like, I weigh over 200 pounds. My board operator in there only weighs 110 pounds. So I think I need a lot more water than she does. So 8 glasses of water is not a good measure. It's drink half your body weight in ounces. Whatever you weigh, drink half your body weight in ounces. But that's only if you're not exercising and you're not out in the heat. If you are, that is your minimum, half your body weight in ounces. Drink more than that. And stretching. Stretching's real important. If you go to my main website, which is I'llFixYou.com, that's ILLFIXYOU, I'llFixYou.com. I have a bunch of great stretching charts on that. Has a good sketch of a person, and you can see where the muscle is you'd be stretching. And anytime you do stretching or exercising, never go into the pain zone, where once you start stretching or exercising and something hurts, back off immediately. You never want to push things to where they hurt. And again, my phone number, if you want to contact me directly, obviously I do not answer my phone when I'm in a session, so you'll go to voicemail, but it'll also give you a direct number to call the Peoria office. That number to remember is just 541 END PAIN, ENDPAIN, 541 END PAIN. Website again, painmanagementarizona.com. And if you have any questions, you can call me up and we can talk about it. We can get you an appointment booked. You can book yourself online if you like. Just go on, click, and you'll get a calendar. Pick what day you want, how long a massage you want, and it'll show you what times are available. Because I am booking up fast these days, because the word is getting around about just the natural way to relieve pain and, even numbness. I have had a lot of success with peripheral neuropathy. If you know what that is, then you probably have it or know someone who does. That's where you lose feeling below the knee or in the foot and toes. Happens very commonly with diabetics, and people that have gone through chemotherapy experience that. And everyone that I've had that has gone through chemotherapy and had the numbness in the foot afterwards, I have completely reversed and got feeling back in their foot, and the neuropathy is completely gone. And that's been about a dozen people. And that's just really amazing to me, because a couple of them, they had the numb feet for 10 or 20 years, and now they have feeling in their feet again. I had one gentleman came back to me. His was from a knee surgery, and he had no feeling in his feet for 14 years. And I had restored feeling in his foot. And the last time I saw him, I got rid of his headaches, back pain, and restored feeling in his foot. And the last time I saw him, he said, I just want you to warm me up, because I'm going to do the cancer walk up South Mountain. I used to do those charity walks, but I hadn't felt healthy enough to do it. And now I do again. And that made me feel real good. And so again, the regular price is only $60 an hour for a 1-hour session, which is a lot of times all people need. $10 coupon on the website. You can book the appointment yourself on the website or call me at 541 END PAIN. That number again is 541 END PAIN, or just check out the website again, painmanagementarizona.com. That's painmanagementarizona.com, or 541 END PAIN to book an appointment and learn more about trigger point therapy and how easily we can get your pains to go away. And I will be back with you next weekend on Sunday at 9 a.m. right here on 1100 KFNX. Hope to see you then. And also remember, you can always watch the video of this broadcast on YouTube and Facebook at Pain Management Arizona. Bye-bye, everybody.
The information and opinions you hear on this radio show are those of the host, guests, and callers, and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of KFNX, its affiliates, management, or advertisers. Visit us online at 1100kfnx.com.